bit closer. So here we are. This is it. We've got our solar panel battery bank over here. That'll be battery bank one day. You turn your light on and your little light comes on. This is only run on one, and if I run on like 3 or 6 or 10 or something, the flow of power is just going to flow through it without any problems. So come around here. So the cost of running this device is what is absorbed in this coil, and I'll show you that. And our gain is what is pre-generated on the lead up to this coil, plus the dissipation of plus whatever we can accumulate out of this coil. These coils I can muck around with and make better at a later stage. Basically, I've tested it, and it actually does make this thing actually gives off more power than what is being burnt through that to make it. I don't know what it is, 2 times, 3 times, I don't know, who cares? The fact of the matter is, the other guys lied, they're full of shit. It's making more power than what it's costing to run it, because it's costing pretty much nothing to run it. The magnets are what is doing the work. Alright, that's it, thanks.
Ciao.
Ciao. Should be 0 ohms, 0.1. Yeah, less than 0.1 of an ohm resistance. So less than 0.1 of an ohm resistance. And if I have no power turned on, we go back to our screen. Here is also some power that's being generated in this coil. It could be taken out. I actually tried, so it's less than 50 millivolts. So the coil itself is generating power because we don't fire it until after this point. If I was to turn this on, auto range it. So in here, this second spike in here is the power we're generating, I would say. Well, there it goes. So it is generating some power on its own too. Collapsing the coil or something, I don't know. Power generation circuit. And we can see here the capacitor for some, it's up around 2 volts, but that's not quite right. It's only a portion of that voltage, isn't it? So the capacitor must be holding at a steady voltage. And yeah, so the capacitor's got it up. That capacitor, it's a, what is it, 10 UF or something. So here we go. Here's our, I've fixed it up a bit just so the light can go straight. The biggest problem I got is the laminated iron core that I'm using in the coil isn't laminated iron. It's a bolt like this, just because it's practical and it's what I had. So that's what slows it down a lot from reversing. Plus this thing's a drag. If I was to take it off, it'd be a lot better. But you can see we've got our load running, and I'm going to, there's our, so we've got our switching working, and there's our bleed off through our capacitors. And all we have to do is, oops, the only other thing I have to do here is I have to measure the drive of this. This is our drive capacitor, our drive coil. Now this should have, it should be twice as long, 3 times as long. It should have generating coils mixed in with it. So the bottom few runs are firing, and this is what allows, so this is just the power running through to run our load. Right, that's all it is, but it's flicking, and we should have these, some of these wires should be on there, and generating power as well. You've already seen the generates power out of here, and now all I have to do is show you the resistance of this, and we can do our calculations. Here it's if we go